The second of our 2 games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Yeah, nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing, Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after him early.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Here comes the Eagles defense. They work their way back onto the field. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now, hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's a sneak with Jones. And he's going to have the Niners first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
To the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they've got to face a big 3rd down.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan there on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves John that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
16 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. And
rush coming, and he's taken down by Joe Williams. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Hurts. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From just shy of midfield, Jones. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him for the loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Jones now from the gun on third down. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by a defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Open man has got it, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
At the 48-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On third down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. Now 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And he's got this down to the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling.
That's another Eagles first down.
They'll look to throw again. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Michigan State. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 7.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports halftime report. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as they get this to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
First down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. A gain there of 21 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This already looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. They don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he stopped immediately there. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Jones. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Called in left side here by Jennings. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 43-yard line.
Off play action. Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Oh, nice move. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Smile Munden drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So matching field goals here to begin this 3rd quarter of play, and we are tied again.
And this is how it's been all game long. Very much like a boxing match. Each team counter-punching each other, neither gaining a clear advantage.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Back now here in Santa Clara. all even as we get ready to start the fourth. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. You got to give him the football again here. He gets the big run down to the 2. Pay it off.
I like it. I like the call. But here's always the question. How many times do we see the big runs and a guy pats his helmet and says, take me out? Why would you go out when you've got a chance to get it again and score?
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. In trouble, and will go down back at the 12. Michael Williams able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Niners set to take over on offense. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And the 49er first down.
Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And while all of that was going on with the sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Nolan Smith in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught. It's Brown. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 73 yards. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now the Niners down by 13, 2:16 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Jones connects with Kittle underneath. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. A big play looming on 3rd down. Back to throw. Wells into the hands of Cooper. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Saquon Barkley. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Again, it's Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Third down and goal to go.
Here's Barkley. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And the Eagles season will continue at least one more week. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.